Okay, thank you, and welcome to this press conference. We're talking here with garage owners, and they're going to be telling you their stories about the new operative instructions from the Minister of the Environment around the Drive Clean program. This is a program, and you'll hear it in their own words, it's going to cost independent garage owners a great deal of money, a great deal of time, and force them only to deal with one provider of the new equipment they need. Certainly, this is a program also that's supposed to be put into place by 2013, so it doesn't give independent garage owners a great deal of time to comply as well. I'm joined here by Sam Vukadinovic. He's from VUCA Engineering and Consulting, Gino Shishenti from Lakeshore Garage. We've also been in contact with the Guelph Garage owners in North York. I know we've talked to CAA, and we will be talking to Canadian Tire as well, because these changes are going to have an impact on independents across Ontario and at the worst possible time, of course, as we know, in tough economic times. So without further ado, Gino.
Yeah, hi, my name's Gino Shishenta. I've been a garage owner, an independent small garage owner for a number of years. Basically, I'm just trying to make a living for everybody here and for myself, obviously, and I've been in the Drive Clean program for a number of years as well, and now the ministry has decided to change the program around, and basically my old machinery is going to be obsolete. I spent quite a bit of money. I spent in excess of $60,000 to $70,000 to get that machine and to put it into my shop and to get it going. And ministry mandates the price of the tests. At the beginning, when it first started, it was $30. Then they upped it to $35. And a third of that goes to the ministry right off the bat, right after every test. We've been doing these tests for a number of years, and all of a sudden, they've decided out of the blue that they're going to be changing these tests. They're changing everything around in the new year. And basically, for what I understand, it's basically going to cost us to buy a new equipment. It's going to be in excess of $20,000. $20,000 in a time of today, in a basic, I call it a recession. In the past 3 years, I've been on a downturn in business. I could hardly keep afloat the way it is right now, and now they're just adding an extra crunch on us, on myself. And it's hard. It's really hard just to keep business afloat and to keep it going. And the government itself doesn't do anything to subsidize us. And on top of this, they've made it where they've said that only one company, we only could buy the equipment from one company, maintenance from one company, and we can't even maintain the machines ourselves. We have to get an outside source, just this one company alone, which we have to buy from, maintain from, and they're the one who even audit us just in case we do anything wrong and regulate us. So basically, they're one one company themselves doing everything. And which is, to me, I thought we're supposed to be in a democratic society here, and it looks like we're in a monopoly, and it's crazy. It's absolutely absurd. And these maintenance fees per month are going to be in excess of $320. For what? When I could do it myself, I run and operate the machine myself for a lot less money. For what reason, I really don't understand. And on top of it, who knows, 6 months down the road in the program, they might up the fee. Who are we to say that they're going to keep it at that? This is just the starting point. We have no grounds to fight this because they're the only provider, the only sole source, which is, to me, crazy. And it's my understanding that when this new program does get into effect, that they're going to watch us via video through the internet, watch us do these tests. On what grounds? Why? I really don't understand that myself. And it just boggles me. And how this program, how can they just go ahead and muscle us and treat us this way when we're just trying to make a living? It's hard, and I don't know how. I really don't know how much longer I can do this or how much longer I'm going to go for it, because it's becoming difficult to make a living today. And it's just prices for everything are just going higher and higher and higher. And if you want to stay competitive, you have to try to drop the price to bring the people in. And it's hard. It's hard to do that and stay afloat at the same time. We all have expenses, and we all have to try to make a living. And today it's hard enough the way it is by ourselves, and having the government not on our side to try to help us out makes it even worse. It's really hard.
Thank you. Thank you, Gino. Sam.
Yes, my name is Sam Vukadinovic. And I agree with Gino's perspective. I mean, you know, the view of the whole thing. The whole system, when it started about 15, 16 years, we jumped on on board. And well, the thing is, you know, that like Gino says, you know, we all invested huge amount of money. Now, they're saying, you know, the government's saying, you know, that the whole equipment is obsolete now. Well, okay, that could be the case, you know. But then again, you know, the new system is creating even more problems for us, small businesses. See, we are proud, small, family-oriented businesses, and we're proud, you know, that we provide, you know, services for our customers, and that's why, you know, both of us and many other mechanics have, you know, customers, you know, have had customers, you know, for years back, okay? So that's kind of thing, you know, that we are proud of. And, you know, the other side of the coin, you know, the government or the company, you know, that does those things, I mean, for the government, you know, is creating so much problems for us, you know, that, to be honest with you, I'm just very close to, I mean, to my decision, I mean, to close the business, because I can't afford it. And now it's not only me, it's the other garages, you know, we talk to the other guys, and it's something, you know, that we don't have access to any information, first of all. And whatever, you know, well, we don't have any way of changing things or persuading the government, you know, unless, you know, our MPPs do that for us, like Mrs. DiNovo, and we're grateful for that. And that's the story of everybody. I mean, you know, so, you know, if I'm going to close the business, you know, my customers are going to be angry, and that's what not the government doesn't want to do, of course, you know, I believe. But the way they set up the whole thing, the new system, is really ridiculous. Is really something, you know, that nobody, I mean, or maybe the big companies can afford it, but us small companies, small businesses, no. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sam. So just to wrap up, we've seen this before in the province of Ontario. I remember extremely well in my riding of Parkdale High Park, where the government brought in new regulations around family butcher shops and drove most of our family butcher shops out of business, despite the fact that listeriosis wasn't coming from them. It was coming from some of the larger meatpacking places. Now we see it again. Again, without consultation with independent garage owners, the government brings in a new regulation, forces them to invest in new equipment, even if the old equipment's still working well, forces them to buy it from only one supplier. No input from garage owners. It seems no competitive bidding here allowed. Refuses to allow them to maintain it. Remember, these are mechanically apt garage owners. Forces them to buy into maintenance contracts with the one supplier. That's going to cost them, yet again, you heard, hundreds of dollars a month. Gives them really about, you know, just under a year to put this all in place, to change their systems around, and then dictates that they can't raise the price to the consumer. How is small business expected to survive in that kind of an environment? And the high-handedness of this is absolutely appalling and overwhelming. And in an era when we need small business in Ontario, we're in an economic crunch, and we know small business provides 90% of the jobs in our province. This government should be helping small business, not hindering them. So really, if whoever is watching, you're welcome to ask questions even after the fact. Sam and Gino are going to be here for a bit. But certainly I implore the government, who are watching, I know, to please change this program. Sit down with small garage owners, listen to them, listen to what's going to happen in your own communities, the communities you represent, and before you implement this program. Thank you so much.